Erin and Hugh stop in when they can, too. I can't seem to keep them away." A tittering laugh followed. Erin was her ex-husband, and as I mentioned before, Hugh was her ex, so I found it hard to believe either man would come around. Then again, it wasn't like Valerie chose boyfriends based on intelligence, so who knew? "That's nice," I said, tugging on Paul's hand as I eased toward the door. "We really should get going. It was nice to see you, Valerie." Panic flashed across Valerie's face. I wouldn't mind if you stopped in again soon. Perhaps you could give me some pointers on how you managed to lure people into your place. I tried to advertise, gave out samples, but it didn't help. I'm not sure how people are overlooking us, and maybe you'd be able to, I don't know, help." I glanced around at the cafe, at the emptiness of the place, and felt a brief flare of guilt and compassion. Valerie and I had never gotten along, but I wasn't one to hold a grudge. "I'll think about it," I said. "But the next couple of weeks are for family. If I get a chance, I'll—" "Thank you." Valerie grabbed my free hand and squeezed. "I don't know what I'll do if I'm forced to close because people around here don't know a good thing when they see it." I extracted my hand from Valerie's grip, fought down a massive eye roll. "Good luck. I'll see you around, Valerie." I led the way out the door. Relief flooded me as I was back out under the sun and away from Valerie's desperation. I felt bad for her, I really did. But I had a feeling the problems with her bookstore cafe had a lot more to do with how she treated her customers than a problem with visibility or their awareness of Death by Java's existence. "That was fun," Dad said as the door closed behind us. "Shush you." Laura nudged him with her elbow, though she was smiling as she did. "Get out! Now!" I jumped at the shout coming from next door. A bald man with a sweaty scalp, wearing a mustard-stained apron, was physically shoving Lyle the health inspector out the door of a place called Tito's Deli. A name tag hanging from the apron declared the bald man to be Tito himself. "I have a right to—" "I don't have time for you or your rights," Tito said with a final shove. "Come back when I'm not so busy." A pause. "And when you're not being paid to harass hard-working folk." With that, he spun and slammed the door in Lyle's face. The health inspector stood there a long moment, as if debating on whether he should go back in, before he tapped something into his tablet. That done, he walked quickly away, muttering to himself. "Let's get out of here," I said. Dad nodded. "Agreed." I leaned in close to Paul. "I promise the village isn't like this all of the time." He laughed. "It's kind of charming." That was one word for it, I supposed. "If you want to see charming, there's this park on the south end of town you just have to experience," Dad said as we started back to the car. "Krissy used to go there all the time and—" I groaned inwardly, but let him rattle on. I had a feeling that by the end of this trip, Paul was going to know everything about my childhood, whether I wanted him to or not.